All right, all right, all right. Doc Jones is here. We're at the Doc Jones Studios. We are looking around. Oh, wait a second. What do we got here? May the 2nd? May the 2nd, 2020 years. All right, folks, I'm going to come back at you here for a few minutes. I hope you'd stick around to the end tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. And quickly, quakes, earthquakes. We've got quakes. We've got heavy quakes. We got Puerto Rico, again, shaking constantly today. Just about every day, but now it has intensified in Puerto Rico. They had a 4.6 magnitude along with a 5.4 magnitude quake earlier today. The big one earlier today, out of Greece, 56 miles from Lera Petra in Greece, a 6.6 magnitude quake has hit, along with a 5.3 and a 5.4. I'm sure several more aftershocks to come. This is coming near Greece. A 6.6 earlier today. Folks, I was counting last month, April 2020. We had 7 quakes of 6-point magnitude or greater in the month of April. And we had an anomaly or some kind of screwy situation in Cuba, I believe on the 29th of last month. A 6.6, but for some reason downgraded to a 4.5. Go to Dutch Sense. Folks, go to Dutch Sense. This guy he does some fantastic studies on earthquakes and keeps track of them. He will go live. He's got a lot of this down to a science. He can almost detect a quake before it happens. So go check him out. Thank you once again. 35 subscribers hanging in there. Thank you, guys. Y'all hit those like buttons, the thumbs up, folks, if you would. I appreciate it. That helps me out a lot. Appreciate the comments. Thank you for all the viewers. Thank you for those subscribers. I appreciate y'all hanging on. And we're just going to continue on tonight if you'd hold on with me. But yeah, so 7 quakes last month of 6.0 or greater. And then a possible 6.6 downgraded 4.5 in Cuba at the end of last month. But we're going to continue on, folks, because we have to continue to keep in mind the Cascadia subduction zone. This, again, is a range out in the Pacific Northwest in the ocean, where you have these fault lines and all that stuff that runs under the ocean, out there off the coast of Canada, Washington State, Oregon. And that thing erupted, it appears back in January of the year 1700, somewhere around that, Cascadia subduction zone. This thing is overdue. It's overdue. If it hits, it would literally change the landscape from I-5 to the coast. The whole landscape would change. Then you're talking about tsunami, you're talking about all kind of stuff. So, again, the San Andreas, we need to watch that as well as Yellowstone. All this is activating the New Madrid or the New Madrid. That's over, folks, toward the middle part of America. That thing, I believe they said, that thing erupted pretty hardcore like around the early 1800s. So magma is on the move. We've got a lot of volcanoes erupting around the globe, especially under our ocean, at our bottom of our oceans. Remember in several of my last videos, we do have eruptions. We do have volcanoes at the seabed, under all that ocean water in areas too around the globe. All right, folks, I want to get to a little bit of the main course tonight, and I appreciate y'all holding on. Thank you. I want to discuss really quick tonight before I let y'all go about this Lucifer telescope over at Mount Graham in Arizona. This thing is a giant observatory. It's a large binocular telescope. This thing is Vatican owned and built. Well, yeah, Vatican owned. We'll go into more of this here in just a moment. It's an infrared camera. This is not just some regular telescope, that you can look up at the stars at, This is not one that you buy on the back shelf at a toy store or a retail store. This thing is hardcore. So it's a research base here in Arizona at Mount Graham. And this thing, again, is called the Lucifer Telescope, renamed Lucy, L-U-C-I. Again, this is a research base in Arizona. And what they're saying is that there was a lot of pollution over there, I guess, at the Vatican in Rome, where I guess, I believe they've got some pretty high-tech telescopes over there. There's all kind of crazy stuff that's happened over in that area. But so anyway, they said that they decided to put this telescope, which is manned by Jesuit astronauts, and they decided to put it in Arizona instead of having it over in Rome, Italy, at the Vatican, I guess. Which I'm sure the Vatican has, like I said, a telescope. They have all kind of stuff over there too. But this is one of the reasons I heard was why they decided to have it in Arizona at this Mount Graham. It's apparently you have to have top secret clearance to get in this place or near it. There's you can go on YouTube, you can put in the Lucifer telescope. It should bring this topic up. There has been some people in the past that have been able to view it, go inside, view some of what's going on there. But where they built this telescope, an infrared camera telescope here, they built it on a very spiritual piece of land, according to the Native Americans there in Arizona. They say with the telescope that they can view invisible elements and detect antimatter in space. So, again, if you'll continue to hold on with me, I'm going to continue to fill you in on some more of this information. Then I'll let you go, folks, tonight. Appreciate y'all. All right, so this Lucifer telescope is a large binocular telescope, again, with infrared utility camera on it, and it has, folks, this thing, basically, they chill this instrument. They chill the telescope down to minus 213 degrees Celsius, which is, for most of us that use Fahrenheit, minus 351 degrees. They chill this thing down, and I guess they kick on the infrared for observations in space to see what they can see. So they say they can detect and see how stars are born. They said that this thing, it has 3 interchangeable cameras for imaging and spectroscopy. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. In different resolutions for infrared observations. It has a large field of view and high resolution. And it has a wide range of observation, so it can really, it has a wide view on it. Let's see, folks. So yeah, so really, with a lot of folks that have done interviews and stuff, the guys will, I think, from what they say they're using this thing to look for UFOs, look for those omnis. They're looking, they said they're looking, for the extraterrestrials. They're looking for other planets, stars, looking at the planets and stars. They're looking for other worlds, other galaxies with this thing. But with the infrared and with this thing chilled down to minus 351 degrees Fahrenheit, this thing apparently gives them the ability to see these invisible elements, these antimatter in space. So there's no telling them really what all they're seeing that people like us would never see. But again, there were 5 German universities here that designed this instrument, and they came up with the name Lucifer. And they said that they decided on the name Lucifer because it sounded cool. They said it's more historical than emotional, talking about this instrument. So, folks, just bringing you some news that you're not going to, again, hear on the TV. But, again, you can do some research. All this, again, is declassified. But, I believe there's a lot of stuff going on out there in space, in other, I would say, dimensions. But now the more I study it, it's more frequency levels than anything else. Frequency is everything. It really is frequency, folks. If you study frequency, and I'm not talking about like frequency and reading, watching TV all the time or something like that. I'm talking about the frequency. Like 7.83 hertz is the frequency, the heartbeat of the earth. And our bodies are like something over 2 point something hertz, I think. There's the frequency levels I'm talking about. I'm talking about even there's frequency levels that come off our phone, off our smartphone. And that makes them very addictive to us. So if we lose our phone or forget our phone or something happens to our phone, well, that phone has a frequency level that it gives off that, we're really unaware of. And when that frequency, that cell phone, that smartphone, that device is away from us, we freak out. And a lot of that is due to frequency. So, folks, y'all hang in there. It appears that Kim Jong-un is alive. Apparently. Now the videos, now the pictures are starting to come out. It looks like he's alive. Maybe, I guess, who knows? Let's just keep an eye out. Again, Comet Atlas. Comet Swan swooping in. Comet Swan, Comet Atlas. Those two we'll continue to look at. I'm trying to remember if I got kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight. I'll come back at y'all again in another day or so. This May 12th, again, with my last couple of videos back, May 12th event. What's going on with this May 12th event? We're hearing in the background. What's going on in and around May 12th? That's coming up. Again, this is May 2nd, 2020 years. This is Doc Jones reporting in. I'll try to continue to report back to y'all. Appreciate it. We'll check into Nick Thomas TV on YouTube. He's got some evidence of that blue Kachina. Yeah, the blue Kachina. We'll discuss that too coming up. Y'all hold on, folks. Have a safe weekend. Doc Jones out.